Victoria Hawthorne had never won anything in her life. Not a radio call-in, not a scratch card, not even a raffle. So, when she entered a contest for a custom-made ball gown, she obviously didn't expect to win that either. Especially because it was a countrywide competition. A formal gown designed and delivered by one of Hollywood's hottest designers, Zane Bellamy. Even Vicki, who didn't follow fashion at all, knew his name. He'd done work for some of the biggest stars at the biggest shows the past few years. Her favorite was an utterly glorious gown inspired by the Hunger Games novels, a girl on fire kind of dress, for a dark-skinned African actress whose red carpet walk had literally stopped the show. Vicki had replayed the video of the woman's joyful spin for the cameras dozens of times, watching in awe as soft fabric flared and changed with the light. Even when she stood still, the fabric glimmered like flame, its underlying tones and cut flattering the actress outrageously. No ordinary person could look that amazing, but Vicki still coveted that gown in the depths of her soul. Even so, she never would have entered the contest, or even known it was being held, if the designer wasn't a local boy made good. Except that made it sound like he'd worked his way up from nothing to become world famous, when, in fact, the students at Virtue Elementary told Vicki that his family had been rich forever, Miss Hawthorne, forever. If a bunch of first graders knew his family had been rich forever, Victoria figured it was probably true, although she hadn't heard anything about the Bellamy family, and kind of thought she would have. She had come to Virtue as a long-term substitute teacher in September, and if she'd learned anything about the small upstate New York town, it was that the locals knew and shared all the gossip about one another. Even the kids were in on it all. Victoria had concluded that everybody born here got some kind of primer on how things work in Virtue at birth, or maybe just absorbed the knowledge in the womb. For blow-ins like her, it was a friendly enough little town, but Victoria felt very definitely on the outside. That was all right. She had another contract for another long-term substitute job lined up for the next year, and eventually she would find a place to call home.